And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On third down, here's Gibbs. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 11, but still a little bit short. Fourth down.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Fourth down to give to Gibbs. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Here's McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. J.J. McCarthy. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Nix. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Bombers.
To throw, here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Broncos at 8-8 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Nick's going to keep this himself. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Ready. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Back to the air with Nix. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now McCarthy. Wide open receiver complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Colston Loveland, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Nix looking to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted,
on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Chargers.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the gun on third down, McCarthy. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
3-yard line.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Now the try here for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll get this into the hands of Sampson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
First down.
Nix to throw again. Setting up the screen for Sampson. Well, first down screen pass, good for 5. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Shamar Stewart. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Nix to the air. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On play action. Now McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So first and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. McCarthy. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 13 yards remaining on second down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Matthew Golden, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll He'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Checks this down to Sampson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Captain, ready.
To throw is Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Second and 10.
Ready. Bombers, drill.
Back to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10.
On play action, McCarthy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. There's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
To the air again, McCarthy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Going for it, here's McCarthy. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Chargers.
To the air with McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point in the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Captain. Hold my second. Joe, ready.
Here's Nix. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
To throw, here's Nix. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Throwing is McCarthy. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Miles Murphy in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Almost set. Captain, captain. Ready. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Now it's Nix. There's a short one caught by Johnson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know it's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Captain, captain. Joe.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Bombers, bombers, bombers.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone. Touchdown, Broncos. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Broncos are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Captain, Joe. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now McCarthy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
A gain of 12. First down, Los Angeles.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 109 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, LA! Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 75. And the Chargers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Oh, I said, Captain, Ole, ready. Bombers. Ole.
Throwing Nix. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Broncos on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready! Captain, 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 captain. Olay, olay, olay! Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Nix to the air. And my goodness, another interception. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play, maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Chargers.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Brings up second.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw. Nix. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
4 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
McCarthy off the play fake. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got to reincarnate.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hold on, son. Ready. Captain.
To throw is Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Miles Murphy picks up his second sack of the afternoon. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Bombers. Hold on, son. Oh, what? Ready. Joe.
They're going. It's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Here we go. 70 Lions. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw McCarthy. This will be caught at about the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what... And that is going to officially draw the curtain drafted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Well, fans usually love to see